There is a few that have the power that are really, I'm beginning to call them sinister parasites. They're just no good people that are just destroying the middle class in America. And if we don't unite, my friends, if we do not unite and get our stuff together, then we will not have a future ahead of us. We will be leaving a worse future off for our children. We have to swallow. Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of A Plea to Humanity. My name is Corbin Sable. Thanks for tuning in. And this is a new YouTube channel that I'm starting with a theme of navigating current events and figuring out how we can transfer power back to the people. For episode 1, I would just like to quickly emphasize possibly the biggest uncomfortable truth that we're going to have to accept and swallow in order to transfer power back to the people, and that it is okay that we are going to disagree on a lot of things. That was a bit of a word salad, so let me say it this way. We are going to disagree on a lot of things, on a lot of uncomfortable things, and that is okay. You're my friend if we disagree on things. Let's just use the biggest divisive topic out there. Abortion. Abortion is probably the biggest divisive topic out there. But hey, guess what? You and I can disagree vehemently on the issue of abortion, but that does not put us into different camps. That should not put us into a right or left, a Republican or Democrat camp. But that's what they want. That is what they want, so we can be divided. And if we're divided, we can be conquered. Our wealth can continue to be siphoned and transferred to the ruling class or the upper class, the rich, the corporatists, the corrupt government, whatever it is you want to call it. There is a few that have the power that are really, I'm beginning to call them sinister parasites. They're just no good people that are just destroying the middle class in America. And if we don't unite, my friends, if we do not unite and get our stuff together, then we will not have a future ahead of us. We will be leaving a worse future off for our children. We have to swallow our pride. We have to understand that we are going to disagree on a lot of things, and that is okay. And that, I think, is where we've been getting it wrong for a very long time now. Right? We keep trying to unite based off of ideological preferences, and to a certain extent, that's okay. You know, I would aspire to live amongst those who share my values, but at the end of the day, we're not going to agree on everything. Now, if we introduce federalism and local control, then maybe we can get to the point to where we live amongst those that share our values, but in the meantime, we're not going to get there overnight. We're not going to get there overnight, so we cannot continue to divide ourselves based off of differences in opinion in things like abortion or gun control or climate change or anything like that, or the vaccine, right? We are on the same side, regardless of if we disagree. Why are we on the same side? Because you and I, we have to deal with the consequences our corrupt politicians make. Unless you have $50 million and you can go sail away to some far-off distant island and ride out some catastrophe brought onto us by corrupt politicians, such as, let's say, the collapse of the US dollar, then I guess you're not on the side of the people. You're in that camp. But chances are you're watching this and you don't have $50 million. Chances are you're watching this and you're just like me. We're going to have to deal with the consequences our corrupt politicians make. Our politicians, such as the Republicans, the Democrats, the Independents, the whoever's, right? That's one uncomfortable truth out of many that we're going to have to accept if we're going to transfer power back to the people. It's okay for us to disagree. Disagreements are good. Disagreements are healthy. As a matter of fact, I want to surround myself with people who disagree with me, because then my ideas are challenged. And when ideas are challenged, the good ideas prevail and the bad ideas, they naturally go away. So it is okay if we disagree. And my plea to you for episode 1, for today, for this episode, is to understand, is to not divide yourself. Don't put yourself in a camp. Don't label yourself. That's another uncomfortable truth, is to not label yourself. I'm not going to label myself. The only label I put on myself is my name, and maybe that I'm an American because, right? Because I live in America, right? I'm not British because I don't live in the UK. But I'm not going to put a label on myself such as conservative or liberal or Republican or Democrat or anything you can think of, or right or left. Why? Because labels, they put us in a box. They restrict our way of thinking. They put blinders over our eyes. They turn politics into a team sport, and they make it easy to make assumptions of one another. If I call myself a liberal or conservative or whatever, those labels might have a different definition for me than it does for you. And right off the bat, we're off to no good. So that's another uncomfortable truth that we're going to have to accept. The first one is we're going to disagree on a lot, and that's okay. And number two is don't label yourself. I get it. We all want to belong to a group or a tribe or something, but we can't belong to these tribes that are just being used to divide us, to take advantage of us. We're going to have an uncomfortable future if we don't get our stuff together. It is what it is. We're going to disagree. And that's my plea to you for episode 1. We're going to disagree, and that's okay. You're still my friend. You're still my neighbor. You're still my fellow countryman. Countrywoman, right? I guess it's 20. No, this ain't no PC channel. Countrymen, right? We are all Americans. And if you're watching this from another country, you're not an enemy with your neighbor who disagrees with you. All right? It is okay. So, I get it. We all want to live amongst those who share ideas and values. We can strive for that. But if we live amongst those who don't automatically assume the worst of that person. Don't put that person into another camp. So I'm going to leave it at that for episode 1. I've repeated myself enough. Thank you for watching episode 1, A Plea to Humanity. Once again, my name is Corbin Sable. If you like everything that I've said so far, if you like that message, please give this video a like. Please subscribe to this channel and check out some other videos in this channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and share this video. We don't have a lot of time left, I fear, right? If we don't get our stuff together, if we don't unite, if we don't refocus our sights on that corrupt ruling class, the left calls them the corporatists, right? The right calls them the corrupt politicians, but it's all the same. It is all the same, you see, but they don't want us to see that. They want us divided. They want us to think that our neighbors are our enemies. They want us to think that they are our friends. But the battle ahead of us is not the right versus left battle we're so used to. Rather, it's a battle for power and transferring that power back to the people. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Corbin Sable. This is episode 1 of Plea to Humanity. We are going to disagree on a lot, and that is okay. Give this video a like, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.